Wow, this just got pretty interesting. With the 43rd overall selection, the New York Giants take Wan'Dale Robinson, wide receiver out of Kentucky. 5'8", 175. That is quickness. That is versatility. Does that mean Kadarius Toney's days in New York are numbered? Rick Spielman, you're a general manager. Am I reading too much in? If someone were to say, wow, this seems to be pretty early for a guy when you took Toney in the first round last year, translate this pick for me.
You get paid a lot of money to read into a lot of the tea leaves that you're talking about.
I get paid a moderate amount of money to ask questions so people smarter than me can read into it.
A lot.
Yeah, this kid, I know, I saw him play at Nebraska. He played with my son at Nebraska. I think he was a high school player of the year coming out of the state of Tennessee. And he transferred and went back to, from Nebraska, I think he went back to Memphis, or was it Kentucky?
Kentucky, that's right.
Kentucky,
Yeah.
that's right. But this is an undersized slot guy, excellent quickness, knows how to work the underneath zones. It's hard to cover him one-on-one. They actually used him some as a running back, and you'll see him be used a lot of jet sweeps, a little bit similar to how Arizona used Rondale Moore, who they drafted out of Purdue, who was another small guy last year, but the quickness and explosion and the speed is there. I will leave that next part of this conversation.
We'll let you hold for a second.
Okay.
I'm gonna let you simmer there, B-Mac, when you answer this.
Okay, I already simmered, but I'm ready.
I want you to tell me about Wan'Dale Robinson. Look, this isn't Deebo Samuel, who has thick legs, thick lower half, bigger guy. This is 175 pounds. I think Rondale Moore is the comp, right?
Rondale Moore is actually thick, so he's small at 5'7", 5'8", and he's a rare specimen. He was a day two guy, and I was actually asking Rick this. A lot of times when you get these electric, smaller wide receivers, especially sub 180, you wonder, are they going to be durable enough? And that's a concern.
Correct, but the one thing, they not just on offense, but if they have value as a return specialist, that's just another chance to get this explosive playmaker the ball in his hands.
And he's
a
returner.
Now you're ready. B-Mac,
I'm ready.
Can these two does this mean Kadarius Toney will not wear a Giant uniform again?
Yes, I believe so. One thing you got to understand about this situation, this is a new regime, right? The people that drafted Toney, they're no longer there. And Rick, you can speak about this. When you go into a new situation and you're dealing with players that might not fit what you're trying to do when you're trying to establish a culture, you're going to remove them. You don't have any ties to them. So me personally, if you look at the body type, if you look at the type of player, they're so similar. The same can be said for Sterling Shepard, who's still on the roster as well. So you got three same like wide receivers. Somebody is gone.
Can I say or read into and say that this is the new regime saying to Kadarius Toney, if you don't want to do it our way, we'll get rid of you. We want you, but you got to be willing to be part of what we're doing.
You can do that now because now you have Plan B.
That's
right
exactly my point.
Right.
And so not that we're going to trade you, but we might.
But me personally, when you have a new coaching staff and you're absent from workouts, that's not a good sign. They're not going to tolerate that. So this was a sign saying, listen, if you don't get your act together,
then.
And I can tell you this much, Robinson is a wide receiver. I understand you talk about a joystick-like player, but he gave the SEC 1,300 yards. He reminds me a lot of Elijah Moore from the New York Jets.
That's rich.
Runs routes, very, very efficient, very, very precise, and he has sure hands.
Yeah, and with today's NFL offenses, these young, smaller slot receiver gadget guys are really carving out a role for these teams.
We may see another one come soon, but right now the Giants at 43 overall, 11th pick of the second round, go to Wan'Dale Robinson from Kentucky. Again, 5'8", 178, and this is quickness and versatility.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.